single week, does it in multiple time frames, and I can see them multiple times in a 5-minute chart. Lots of setups. I'm never short on trades. I know where they're going to form. I know what time they're going to form. You know what time they're going to form. The thing what you're doing is you're trying to find an optimal trade entry in everything. Okay? And it's not that easy. You have to have elements that support a narrative. Should it be a bullish day into London close, or should it be a bearish move into London close? Is it going to be a market reversal profile in New York that makes the high of the day? Or does it make a low of the day market reversal profile in New York? Or does it do a classic London high of the day, London close, low of the day? Or London low of the day and London high of the day? Sounds more complicated than you thought it was going to be, huh? That's why I tell you, you need to learn from someone that knows what they're doing. I got a lot of experience, folks, and I love sharing this stuff. But if you're not going to put the work into it and admit going in that you're going to have to work a lot, you got to study a lot. But when you learn this is power. This is confidence. This is legacy building. Because I don't care about ever getting a job ever again. I don't worry about ever going into a position where I need to get a job. This skill set, I can put myself into any large institutional firm like that. And believe me, if I said it in an open statement on social media, I'm ready to be hired. Man, my phone would ring off the hook because my phone's public. Everybody's seen it on Instagram. If you get this skill set, it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money right now. You don't need a lot of money. Because if you learn how to do this, and you can do it well, manage risk well, you will be able to find money. It will fall into your lap. People will shove it in your face and say, please help me. Because you'll have a skill set that so little on this spinning rock have. But you're all in a rush. You're in such a rush. And I know I was in a rush too. I hated where I was at. Working for a living sucked. But when you learn how to do this and you control yourself and you manage yourself and your expectations, when you do that, you control and master fear and greed. I'm not afraid of missing moves. I know when they're going to occur again. I know what they look like. It's like a bus. And I know the bus schedule. I know the times, the days of the week they're going to come around. They might be a little late, like a regular bus would be. But I know when they're coming. And if I miss it, no problem. I'll just hang around and I'll catch the next one. Think about that logic if you lose your job. How fast and how easy would it be for you to replace your job and the income that you get from it? For some of you, that's probably not a big deal because you're professionals. You have a skill set. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a lawyer. Something to that effect. Engineer. But working class folks like I was back in the 90s, I didn't really have high paying jobs. And the jobs that I had, I didn't really have skill sets. I was just doing regular jobs, filling vending machines, delivering pizza. When you have this skill set, you aren't going to sleep at night thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow? I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my house. That's what I want my students to conquer. I'm not trying to sell you the idea you're getting rich, because you'll figure out on your own if that's what you want to do with this. All I want you to do is figure out how to take some of that burden of debt and fear away. Because once you have that one thing happen, nothing stands in your way. Nothing. No scary thought. No person doubting you. No family member saying, oh, you're living a pipe dream. all of those things are going to be like water on a duck's back. You're not going to be affected by it because you'll see the effects of doing this and the consistency and continuity that you can grow into. And I can't put it in words. I can't. I could talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And it won't even come close to the feeling of knowing what it's like to have the lottery numbers every single day. Think about it. You're going to be walking around and people are going to look at you and they're not going to know that you know this. And I do this every day when I'm out with my wife or I'm out with, my boys or myself. And I'm looking around and all these people are working their jobs. I used to do that stuff too. And while I'm walking around, inside my phone, these little things are making bars. And that makes me money. Because I've either told that it was going to go higher or it's going to go lower. And I'm executing with that framework. And my students are learning that skill set. It's transferable. So when you have an understanding of what price is likely to do, you're not trying to figure out what the next guy's doing or how much they're doing. You're not trying to figure out what indicator or what setting to have or what other time frame. You're operating in that time frame you're looking at. And what does that time frame offer in terms of framework? You saw it today. So I'm going to take all this off